You may be thinking to yourself, am I in a biblical church? How do we evaluate that? There's various ways that we need to think through that. One of the ways is, are we looking for a church that agrees with us, with our lifestyle? Are we looking for a church that will hold us to the apostles and to Jesus's word? Particularly if you're a part of a church that does not deal with the sin that the members may have, that is a big red flag. Passages like Matthew 18:15-17, there are matters that need to be brought before the church. 2 Thessalonians 3, verse 6 and following. If someone is living a disobedient life to the apostolic teaching, then they need to be withdrawn from, disassociated from. And that is a decision that you see is made public in 1 Corinthians chapter 5. The entire chapter teaches us that if there is a man or woman in sin in our congregation who has decided to live in sin, that in order for us to save them in the end, what we want is there to be a clear communication. They're no longer walking in the truth. They're no longer living for God. They're living for this world. Now, that is not excommunication or the Amish shunning that you may hear about. That's biblical discipline that God's using to instruct us, to hold us accountable when we have lost accountability to ourselves, to God. And so Second Thessalonians 3:14-15 will tell us, don't treat them like an enemy. Don't shun them, but instead warn them as a brother. Am I a part of a biblical church? Well, do we deal with sin biblically? And are we trying to hold each other to the standard of Christ in loving him, in righteousness, and in faithfulness? Think about those things.